Picking up right where we left off, we talked last time about assigning values and quantities to objects. I'm going to expand that a little bit by showing us an important R function. So let's try something. Let's say instead of my number, let's go to my numbers, and let's say I want a list of numbers. I don't just want a single number. I want a whole list. Now, what you might do is be like, well, I want the numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. I'm going to run this, and it will say error, unexpected comma in my number. What does this mean? Okay, this is kind of hard to interpret. Now, here's the thing. We need to tell R that this is a group, that this is a single thing. And this is going to be our first function, right? Our first function is C. And C stands for combine. And I have to wrap this set of numbers in the function C to tell R that this is a set of numbers. So I'm going to try that again. My numbers gets assigns C 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. And almost always there's going to be commas in between the individual elements. So I'm going to run that, no problem. And now on the right-hand side, I see my numbers, and it's telling me, okay, it's a numeric list with 5 elements, and those are the 5 elements. And if I type my numbers, it's going to spit back those 5 numbers to me. And then I can perform operations on this. I could do my numbers times 2, and it's going to double every single one of them. I could do my numbers squared, and it's going to square every single one of them. And this is really important because so often in data analysis, we're doing work on groups of things. The whole idea of using a computer to automate things, it's like we're not doing things one at a time. We're doing these groups. C, the combine function, can also, doesn't have to be numeric. I could say my family, and I could do C, and I can do quotes. Dad, comma, mom, comma, brother, comma, sister. And now when I type my family, I'm going to get those 4 elements of that group. So C is super important in our work, and it's a very common mistake when first starting out with R to forget it and to just try to run this, and you'll get a random error, or not a not so random error. Now, I want to introduce the help window here too. If you're like, oh, how does C work? You can just type $C, and now on the bottom right, this is giving me the help window. This is not always that helpful, it depends, but it's going to tell you, okay, what's the name of the function is C, what package it's from, base, so it's built into R, and what it does, it combines values into a vector or list, and it tells you this is a generic function which combines its argument and so forth, and it gives you the details and how it works. This is probably a bit much for our use, but then it will give you some examples that you can try at the bottom. And this is something you can do with any function. You do $LM, which is one we'll get to later, linear model, and it will give you the help, the documentation for that function. All right, that's it for today. Now we understand how to use the C function.